This is MashUp with Marc, and we've got Aireene Espiritu and the Hobos here in the studio, and I'm really, really excited to bring you guys in here. It's very, very exciting, and you guys come from all over the place. So I guess I'm going to start with the ringleader here, Aireene. Why don't you introduce the band and tell what folks, people play, and then I'm going to kind of go around and let everyone tell a little bit about themselves.
Okay, well, we are a super group, actually. So I play tenor ukulele and I play solo most of the time. And then I met the Hobos in Germany. And so the Hobos is Beachy on guitar and vocals, and Tiago on bass, and Amy on percussion. And Nick, who is back in the UK, wasn't able to make it. He's on banjo. And so we're here. We met in March in the spring, and then in the summer we reunited as one group, and now they're here to join me touring the West Coast for 6 weeks. So
now that's pretty exciting. Now, Beachy or BT?
Beachy, like the beach.
Beachy,
Beachy,
that's right.
yes.
And I thought she used initials, but she just said Beachy, and I just misheard her. But the so you are from?
I'm not really from anywhere. I was born in England.
Okay.
But I grew up back and forth between England and the U.S. and Kenya. My parents are from Zimbabwe and Zambia.
Wow. So you lived there in Africa for a while.
I lived in Kenya. I went to high school in Kenya, and that's actually where I met our banjo player, Nick, who's in London at the moment.
Uh-huh.
We went to high school in Kenya together.
Wow. Is he your sweetie?
Oh, no. This is my sweetie over here.
Ah. Okay. Well,
on bass.
Well, for the social networking, I like to know who's in a relationship with who. I just have to know this. And you're playing guitar.
I play guitar, yes.
Yes. So you do have a wild history. How did you like living in Africa?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. I lived in Nairobi. It's a really
So you're
great
going to take
place.
this gang down there and get hooked up with some drumming and
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be awesome. Wow. So, Amy, you're next.
Hello.
Tell me your story. You have that heavy English accent, so you must be from there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm from London. I live in Brixton in South London at the moment, and I've lived in central London now for about 15 years, and before that I lived with my mum and dad in Staines, just outside London, so not too far.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've been playing with these guys now for only 3 weeks.
Yeah, brand new.
I'm a brand new addition, so
they picked you up at a train station somewhere with the Hobos, right?
that's right.
yeah, I had a sort of my backpack on, I was ready to go, and they said, why don't you come to the USA? So
Yeah. Well, it's better than riding the boxcars. And then we have and you're playing percussion
Yes.
and doing vocals.
yes.
And then it's Tiago. I say that right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, let's get you right up into the mic. And where are you from? And tell me a little bit about your musical history.
I come from Portugal, from a small town near Oporto, in the north. And I went to England, to London, to study 7 years ago. I went for 1 year course, but I ended up staying there. So
Wow.
that's where I met Beachy and Nick, and we started playing together as the Hobos.
So we have at least 3 continents represented here in this little room. So let's go right ahead and turn it over to you guys. Introduce your song, and let's play a song for these folks.
Well, we're going to start with, this is a song by the Hobos. It's called First Train, and it's on our EP. And we have, obviously, the lovely Aireene joining us.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I hear you calling
All right. Thank you so much. All right. And I'm looking over here at Dave, who's really helping out on the technical end of this. And he said you guys are sounding good out there. And you're sounding good through my one ear working headphone. And that's what we have here at KMUZ. Duct tape and chewing gum keeps this place hopping. And so all of these folks from other countries, and of course Aireene, we didn't mention again that you're originally from the Philippines.
Yes, I was born in the Philippines.
And so your story is, when did you get into sort of Europe, America, or how did that work for you?
Well, I came to the U.S. when I was 10, I guess. And am I answering your question? How did I get to Europe, or how did I get to?
Well, sort of give us the chronological history of your travels. And
okay. So born in the Philippines, came to the U.S. when I was 10 in the East Coast, moved to the West Coast, and decided this year I wanted to explore and play in Europe. And by fate, I got paired up with these guys, the Hobos. And here we are today, a few months later.
That must have been one wild pub that evening. Get you guys together. I see
it was
lots
a wild night.
Wild night.
In Germany.
And all of these folks from other countries playing sort of Americana-type music. And so you must have some other musical inspirations, and or even those in your Americana. So some people could tell us, anyone who wants to hop in and tell us some of the folks that inspire your music.
Oh, we've gone a bit quiet. Well, in London there's quite a big folk music scene at the moment, and there's lots of people who play just regular British folk music, but there's quite a strong American influence now, and there's bands becoming quite successful who have that sort of country and folk, a more American side of things. So I suppose that's why we've sort of ended up playing quite American-inspired music, even though not any of us are from here. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, it sounds good to me, and it's really, really fun to have you guys here. And Tiago from Portugal.
Yes.
And so, what inspired you to get into folk music? And do you play some traditional Portuguese music as well?
No, I don't. No. My main music influences. I mean, like every young guy, trying to play an instrument was rock and funk and soul and stuff. But then I met Beachy and Nick, and
we just forced him to play folk.
Not forced, but things develop, and you get older and you want to play quieter music. So
yes. Well, you look pretty young to me. Of course.
But, yeah.
Yes, indeed. I need to wear the hat to keep my bald head from getting too cold. So you guys are spring chickens as far as I'm concerned. And so, do you have any local gigs coming up in the area where people might?
Yes, tomorrow we're playing in our last gig in Portland, playing at Beaterville Cafe Lubritorium in northeast of Portland. And I wish I had the address with me, but I don't.
And what was the name of the place?
Beaterville Cafe.
Oh, yeah, the Beaterville. Yeah, okay.
I heard they have good breakfast over there, too.
But you're playing in the evening, though.
We're playing in the evening from 8 to 10.
Breakfast sometimes happens for us in the evening, so don't judge us.
We will not judge. We will accept you with open arms and open hearts, wherever you may go. So let's see, what else you guys got up your sleeve here? Let's turn myself down and get another tune out here and tell us a little bit about the song, and go for it.
Well, this is a song that we're actually staying with some dear friends here in Portland, and it's kind of like the Portland headquarters. And we'd like to dedicate this song to our friend Zan, who likes this song a lot. And hopefully he's singing along while we're playing. And so this is called No Time for the Good Life. Work so hard, no time for the good life. Home so tired, rest ain't no friend of mine. Ain't no time to play, not a minute nor an hour of the day. Well, there ain't no time for the good life. I'm working for a better tomorrow, but tomorrow's so far away. Ain't no time to rest, a stranger to my bed. Well, there ain't no time for the good life. No, there ain't no time for the good life. Oh, but crying doesn't change a thing. I'm saving for that ticket where the sun shines on my skin. Till then, well, there ain't no time for the good life. No, there ain't no time for the good life. Work hard, no play, no sleep all day. Can't stop, too busy, oh Lord, I need some sleep. Well, there ain't no time for the good life. No, there ain't no time for the good life. Oh, help me, please, there ain't no time for the good life.
Hey, that's Aireene Spiritu and the Hobos giving you the good life. Now, Aireene, that's one of yours, right?
Yes.
All right. And now on the Hobos. Now, how long were you guys together? I guess, Amy, you're new in this, but
Yes.
how long were the Hobos together before Aireene has hooked you up and dragged you across the ocean?
We were together for about 2 years before we went on tour this March and met Aireene. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And who is do you have a collaboration in your songwriting, or who's the songwriter in the Hobos?
I guess kind of start with an idea from one of us, and then we kind of elaborate on it together.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a collaboration.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. And I wish we had that banjo player, because God, do I love banjo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we miss Nick.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's listening.
Okay, well, Nick, I hope it sounded good out there, and I hope your comrades are doing you good. And so how long have you been over here in the States on this tour?
About 3 weeks now. We're sort of at our halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a 6-week tour, and we're heading back Christmas Eve, pretty much.
Pretty much, Christmas Eve.
So right up to Christmas.
Wow. And so how's it been? Are you actually making enough to play your airfare even? I mean...
Well, hopefully.
We hope
we're hoping that's going to be the case.
Okay,
if not, we're sort of walking home across.
Walking home, right?
But,
or we'll just have to keep you for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we actually have a fundraiser which we're hoping is going to help with that sort of side of things. And Aireene, maybe.
It's this Friday if you're in San Francisco. It's going to be at the San Francisco Motorcycle Club. And you can check out our website for more information. Actually, we have a joint Facebook account, so it's facebook.com/Aireene and the Hobos. And Aireene is spelled Aireene.
Okay, there you go. So you want to catch these guys, and of course, listen to these folks online, get their music, buy it, try and find a show that these guys are at, and but no more shows in Oregon after this next day, right?
Sunday we're doing we're playing at the Summit Community Center in Summit, Oregon, and
Summit. Now, where is Summit?
it's south, I guess, 2 hours south west of Portland.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
it's a community center, and we start playing at 5:00 for like 2 sets.
Sure.
So-
And have you covered sort of coast to coast on this tour, or you've stayed in the west side, or what?
This is just the West Coast,
Uh-huh.
from Newport Beach, California, south, all the way up to Republic, Washington.
Wow.
And that was the most northern point that we've reached.
Sure. And on anyone on the Hobos, have you been to the United States before?
Yeah, I've been a couple of times.
Okay.
I've been to San Francisco before, and I've also been to New York. So on the East
Oh, well, New
Coast,
York
right?
is crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that a blast?
But, I mean, Beach's parents live in LA, so presumably...
Yeah, I've been here lots. But Tiago, this is your second time?
Yeah,
Second time, okay.
Last year for New Year's.
Great. Oh, for New Year's. And
But they
so-
had their first Thanksgiving yesterday here in the U.S.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
great. Always wanted to
ourselves.
be in America for Thanksgiving.
All
so.
right. Well, we certainly like to overindulge here. We're certainly the gluttons of the planet. So
Yeah, we were struggling by the 3 desserts coming out, but it was brilliant. We loved it.
okay, good. And you guys don't seem any worse for wear for it. So you've got a lot of energy. And well, Mac, why don't we just move on to another tune?
Hey, we're going to do, this is another hobo tune from our EP, and it's called Thinking of You.
go to bed, I go to work, and I fill my head, I make plans like never before, and I throw our made-up future out the door, but a small space in my mind stays behind, thinking of you. I set my alarm and I go to bed, I go to work, and I fill my bed, I do incredible things with incredible friends, and I'm never thinking of you instead, but a small crease in my smile. Oh, the while it's thinking of you. A small, small part of my heart is thinking of you.
Very beautiful. I like your voice. That is really, really sweet. And that's Beachy. Beachy, yes, lying in the sand on the beach, giving us some tunes.
We wish.
That's just a fantastic name. I tell you, it's a great, great name, and I'm honored to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys for coming down. And I'm telling
Thank you so much for having us.
yeah. Now, do you have? Were there any? Well, that's another thing. How many recordings do the Hobos have?
We just have one EP out right now, but we're working on getting something else out.
And
So yeah, we've got some recordings done, and we're working on that.
is Aireene going to be part of that mix?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, we'd love to put out something together as Aireene and the Hobos, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. It just seems like a wonderful fit. The energy is good. The energy is good in the room, and I'm making me smile.
We love each other.
Yeah.
When you're travelling in a car for hours on end, it's amazing how quickly you you have to like each other.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a bit of a struggle. But
Yes.
luckily, we all think we're brilliant. So, well, we all think each other are brilliant.
Maybe a little bit of both, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That maybe came out slightly wrong.
Well, we know who we think who we think is the most brilliant. I think on that. But so, did you have a favorite? And Aireene, you have 2 CDs out. You have 2 recordings.
Actually, 3. The first one is kind of like I did it myself, so it's out of print right now.
Ah.
So, but I have 2 available right now.
And there was one with I can't remember his name.
Rick Didia.
Right. Yeah, that's a wonderful CD.
Thank you.
That is really nice. And then your other one, is it a full CD or like an EP, isn't it?
Yeah, the other one is an EP.
Yeah, and we've got them both here in the studio, so we put Aireene on every now and then.
Thank you.
That's great. And did you have sort of some highlights on your current trip that you want to share? Any interesting stories or something?
Yeah, sure. So last minute gig, we played at the Royal Room in Seattle, and somebody gave us an envelope with a note inside that said, you have to play at the Pickled Fish in Long Beach, Washington. And so Beachy gave him a ring how many days ago?
I think it was, like the day before we went, a couple days ago.
So they let us play there, and it was free room and board and food and
Cruiser bikes we could take out on the beach.
yes,
Wow.
right next to
That's
right next to the ocean. It was
And
gorgeous.
the weather was perfect.
It was a
We
gorgeous.
were really lucky, weren't
Yeah, that was a happy couple days.
Well, fun. That is great. Well, we're going to miss you when you're gone, and we only have a week to share your energy here on this side of the puddle. And I guess we should do one more, I think, and get that and give people a real nice taste. This has been Aireene and the Hobos from Africa, from Portugal, from Germany, from England, from the Philippines, all together here on KMUZ 88.5, bringing it to you live. And you want to look their music up. And really, I'm so grateful and thankful for your appearance here, because you don't even have a local gig to promote here. You just came down out of the love of the music and the love of sharing it, and I think that's worth noting.
Well, thanks so much for
Thank
having
you so
us,
much
Mark.
for
We
having
really
us.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And it's been a fantastic segment and a good way to break in some of the new equipment we've been working so hard to install. And we're going to go out with one last tune here, and I'll let you folks introduce it, and I'll just get myself out of the way.
This is a song that was written by Bill Browning and made famous by the Grateful Dead, and it's called Dark Hollow.
I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be home alone, knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be in some big city in a small room with you on my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to see you another girl's darling and to know that you'll never be mine. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. Well, I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I'm going, but I ain't coming back.
All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, that is Aireene Espiritu and the Hobos here on KMUZ 88.5.